It's just a public service announcement. This is my thoughts.
Just my thoughts, man.
Right or wrong, just what I was feeling at the time.
Yo, what's good? My name's Manny, and this is Manny's Thoughts On. Today, we're going to give my thoughts on an analysis on the Western Conference Finals Game 1. So, this game was not what I was expecting. But in a way, I'm going to be saying a lot of the same stuff I was saying about yesterday's game. So, the first thing I wrote down right when just watching the game, I was like, the Mavericks are getting open, but they're missing everything. The second thing I wrote down is the Warriors are very fast. All right, so those are really big things. And then it kind of changed. I think early on, the reason I wrote that note down was that early on in the game, it seemed that Luka was getting his shot, but also able to create shots for others. I don't know if the Warriors just weren't settled in on defense yet or what, but they were getting open. The shots just weren't going down. And even throughout the game, they were getting open shots or had relatively open shots that just weren't falling. But with those misses, and even off of makes, steals, rebounds, it didn't matter. The Warriors were running off of everything. In the Mavericks, if I'm not mistaken, I think they had the slowest pace in the league, or one of the slowest in the league. The Warriors were not that. They were running up and down on everything. There were a couple times where Jordan Poole just took off and got a layup. You would have thought it was a fast break. It was just an inbound, and he just ran down the court and got a layup. Draymond was pushing off of everything. Steph was pushing. And even through a lot of early misses, they ended the first quarter up, 10? So the Warriors they look pretty daunting. Their defense was good. They're flying around everywhere. Wiggins, oh my goodness, I can't go too long without talking about Wiggins. Wiggins was pretty good. He was amazing. He looked a lot like what they were getting from him that got him voted into the All-Star game. Scoring, defense on Luka was amazing. Luka was having to work pretty hard. There were a few times where it looked like, okay, he's getting somewhere. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't mention that Luka did look like he was injured. He kept grabbing at his right shoulder, and it looked, at least to me, to be affecting him. His shot didn't look right. He took a technical free throw, and he looked to raise his shoulder a little higher than normal. So clearly it looked like something was hurting him there. So I hope that all is well with him. But at the end of the day, that injury happened after the game had already kind of, gotten out of hand a little bit. They were down 9 at half. It wasn't like it was a super close game. But yeah, similar to, like I said, yesterday's game, the second half just showed something completely different. The Warriors' defense was locked in on a string. Their effort was everywhere. Stephen Curry had 12 rebounds, and it wasn't just all defensive. A few were offensive rebounds, and they were not all just uncontested. He's fighting for rebounds. Looney was everywhere. Draymond, of course, everywhere. Like I said, Wiggins was flying around on defense. Even Jordan Poole was giving some effort on defense. Now he has some improvement to make there, but even he was getting in on it. So that was pretty good and impressive to see. I was bragging about the Heat's relentless effort, especially Jimmy Butler's. Draymond Green was there today, so much so he was in foul trouble. He was there today. And if he can stay out of foul trouble for the rest of the series, he's going to be a problem because he was everywhere on defense. And if the Mavericks continue to play this 5-out offense, they were 5 out most of the time, but they did 4 out 1 in sometimes. If they continue to play that style, they are not going to be the Golden State Warriors. Jason Kidd is going to have to get the ball moving and get a little bit creative on offense because they'll just sit in that box in one and just help everywhere. There was no driving lanes open because every time you try to drive, there was somebody there. And the Warriors are so locked in on defense and so tuned in to what each other are doing and what the next assignment is, that even a couple times where they got scramble mode, it was like this was the time for the Mavericks to get one of those off schedule buckets, and the Warriors were there contesting shots. There were a few times where they were able to get it scrambled around just enough so Dinwiddie can get one, or I can't remember who it was, but somebody hit one from the corner. But the ISO game that they were heavily relying on wasn't working. Dinwiddie wasn't cooking anybody. Tried to pick on people and was a little successful, but not as much as you would want. Luka was not as successful as you would want. Jalen Brunson was not as successful as you would want. And then not only were they not super successful getting their own shot, they weren't creating a lot of other open shots because of the style of defense Golden State plays, because of how communicative they are. So Jason Kidd's going to have to incorporate some cuts, some off-ball screens, something, because having those people standing around isn't good. And then on the other side, while Dallas is a pretty good defense, chasing around all of those Warriors is nearly impossible. You have Draymond and Looney setting screens. You have Wiggins setting screens, but also coming around, running off of them, along with Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson running all around. And then when you sub out Looney and you want to run the what I don't know what you call it, but the 3G lineup with Poole, Curry, Klay, Wiggins, and Draymond, everybody's moving. You're getting a Steph and Dre pick and roll while Poole is running off of a Klay and then Wiggins screen that then turns into a screen for Klay to curl around. It's ridiculous. The plays are amazing. One I did see that I laughed at, Steph and Klay, I don't even know if anybody pointed it out on camera, but Steph and Klay tried to do the same little rope-a-dope move that Curry and Poole did, and it did not work out the same. It was pretty funny to me. But whatever creativity they have in the offense is clearly working. They had Dallas all over the place. And Golden State, Stephen Curry in particular, they are like the kings of off-schedule buckets. I'm talking about Steph was dribbling through some wild behind-the-back pass that went near half-court to Draymond and then runs off of an impromptu down screen for a three in somebody's face and starts dancing. Like, they just off-schedule buckets is their offense. You see the sets being set up, but all of a sudden Klay Thompson is posting up, taking a mid-range one-legged fadeaway, and it's like, bro, we didn't even run a set yet. Like, Jordan Poole will come down, and because they run so fast, he just has an ISO, and it's like, okay, no play needed, no schedule bucket needed, just go do your thing, and he cooks Kleber. Like, and then when you do make them slow down, they're running some intricate, all types of screens, and it's just ridiculous. And it's very difficult to guard, and you have to be locked in on it. And when you are getting Luka involved in every single screen, and he has to do everything on offense, he's just tired. He can't even muster up enough energy to give the effort. And then you have the other guys who are they are like able to give the effort because they're just standing around on offense. Guess what? Those guys are already tired of running around, but then they don't even get the energy boost of being able to knock down an open shot because they just can't get open. So this series is going to be interesting. I was never one of the people who were trying to pick Dallas to upset. I would not be shocked just because of how great I believe Luka is. But I am picking the Warriors. Not going to change my prediction from Warriors in 6, but it's looking rough. It's looking rough. The standing around will have to change if they want to have a chance. The boxing one looked too good, too connected, too locked in to ever be broken. And so Jason Kidd's going to have to make an adjustment and move some of his players around. Get the ball moving a little bit. Get players moving a little bit. Even if you're not going to have the ball moving, Luka can still be isoing. Somebody run baseline. Somebody flash middle. Somebody has to do something just to keep these other Warriors occupied. Because if you just have them standing around ball watching just like your offensive players, They're not going to get any easy buckets. Not a single easy bucket will be taken. It will be just like tonight, and that's a 4-0 sweep. No one wants to see that. I do not believe that's going to happen. I have faith that Luka Doncic and Jason Kidd will figure something out to at least get a game. But yeah, they got to get some movement going just to get the defense working. And they gotta get more shots to go down to limit the transition buckets. I know the Warriors run even after made baskets, but if they're running like that and you're getting beat, at least you're putting up points and you have a chance in some high scoring game. If they're running and you aren't, it's over. So try and slow them down as much as possible. Move around to get your shooters open. Maybe even throw in some high pick and rolls or double screens, and he just got to do something. Jason Kidd's gonna have to get creative, because whatever he drew up today, which was simply, like I said, just a 5 out, sometimes a 4 out, 1 in, it's not gonna work against this team. The defensive schemes are too crazy. So we will see. I'm intrigued. I can't wait. I am excited for more. So we'll see what happens, man. Like I always say, at the end of the day, we're just here to enjoy the game and learn more about it. I am looking forward to see what I can learn about Jason Kidd and about the Dallas Mavericks after the game on Friday. So stay tuned, and like I said, enjoy the game.